this is very important example. Let V be the vector space of 2 by 2 real matrices over R, and let W be the subspace generated by these matrices. We have to find the basis for W, right? Before starting up with the solution, let's understand this remark. Let A, B, C, D, this be a 2 by 2 square matrix in R 2 by 2, that is A, B, C, D all are in reals. The vector space of all 2 by 2 real matrices over the field R. And let B is equal to the basis, the standard basis of R 2 by 2, that is 1, 0, 0, 0, and then is 0, 1, 0, 0, and then is 0, 0, 1, 0, and 0, 0, 0, 1. So these are the standard bases of R2 by 2. Then ABCD matrix can be written as A into 1, 0, 0, 0 plus B into 0, 1, 0, 0 plus C into 0, 0, 1, 0 plus D into 0, 0, 0, 1. Can I write like this? Yes? Alright. If you add all these, you can get back your matrix as A, B, C, D. So therefore, how to write the coordinate vectors? The coordinate vector of A, this is your A. That is a square matrix A, B, C, D. Relative to the basis B is, yes, because what are the bases? These are your relative bases, right? So the coordinate vectors of a matrix A relative to the basis B is the coefficients, that is A, B, C, D. Dash, the vector in a column format. And the coordinate vector of A is denoted by this relative to the basis B. So this is A, B, C, D dash, right? Let's move on to the solution now. Consider the basis B to be equal to 1, 0, 0, 0, the standard ones, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Then the coordinate vectors of the given matrices relative to these bases B are respectively, so writing according to the remark, 1, minus 5, minus 4, 2, dash, then is 1, 1, negative 1, 5, dash, 2, negative 4, negative 5, 7, dash, and 1, negative 7, negative 5, 1, dash. Now writing all these coordinate vectors in a matrix form named as A, row wise, right? So this is 1, negative 5, negative 4, 2. Now to get the matrix in a row echelon form from this matrix, already I'm having 1 over here, right? To make this the leading element, I need to make all these other entries to be 0. So for that, row 2 needs to be changed and adding its elements to the row 1, but row 1 should be first multiplied with negative 1 to get 0 over here. So writing the first row as it is. Okay, 1 is multiplied with minus 1, we get minus 1, adding this to 1 we get 0, that is what we need. Minus 5 multiplied with minus 1 we get 1, adding this to 1 we get 6. Minus 4 multiplied with minus 1 we get 4, adding this to negative 1 we get 3. 2 is multiplied with minus 1 we get minus 2, adding this to 5 we get 3. And now third row needs to be changed and adding its elements to the row 1, but row 1 should be first multiplied with negative 2 to get 0 over here. Alright, 1 is multiplied with minus 2, we get minus 2, and adding this to 2 we get 0, that is what we need. Minus 5 multiplied with minus 2 we get 10, adding this to minus 4 we get 6. Minus 4 multiplied with minus 2 we get 8, adding this to minus 5 we get 3. 2 is multiplied with minus 2, we get minus 4. Adding this to 7, we get 3. To get 0 over here, row 4 also needs to be changed and adding its elements to the row 1, but row 1 should be first multiplied with negative 1. Alright, 1 multiplied with minus 1, we get minus 1. Adding this to 1, we get 0. That is what we need. Minus 5 multiplied with minus 1, we get 5. Adding this to minus 7, we get minus 2. Minus 4 multiplied with minus 1, we get 4. Adding this to minus 5, we get minus 1. 2 is multiplied with minus 1, we get minus 2. Adding this to 1, we get minus 1. So 1 becomes our leading element for the first row. To make 6 to be our leading element for the second row, we have to make this 6 as 1 and all other entries to be 0. To get 1 in place of 6, we just need to divide all the elements of the row 2 by 6 or multiply all the elements of the row 2 with 1 over 6. So writing the first, third and the fourth row as it is and multiplying the elements of the row 2 with 1 over 6. So 0 multiplied with 1 by 6, we get 0, no change. 6 multiplied with 1 by 6, we get 1, this is what we need. 3 multiplied with 1 by 6, we get 1 over 2. And 3 multiplied with 1 by 6, we get again 1 over 2. To make this our leading element, we need to make minus 5, 6, minus 2 to be 0. For that, first, row 1 needs to be changed and adding its elements to the row 2, but row 2 should be first multiplied with 5. We always take the advantage of this 1. So writing the row 2 as it is first, 0 multiplied with 5, we get 0. Adding this to 1, we get 1. 1 multiplied with 5, we get 5. Adding this to minus 5, we get 0. 1 half multiplied with 5, we get 5 by 2. Adding this to minus 4, we get minus 3 by 2. 1 half multiplied with 5, we get 5 by 2. And adding this to 2, we get 9 by 2. To get 0 in place of 6, row 3 needs to be changed and adding its elements to the row 2, but row 2 should be first multiplied with negative 6. 0 multiplied with minus 6, we get 0. Adding this to 0, we get 0. 1 multiplied with minus 6, we get minus 6. Adding this to 6, we get 0. 1 half multiplied with minus 6, we get minus 3. Adding this to 3, we get 0. 1 half multiplied with minus 6, we get minus 3. Adding this to this 3, we get 0. To get 0 in place of negative 2, row 4 needs to be changed and adding its elements to the row 2, but row 2 should be first multiplied with 2. 0 multiplied with 2, we get 0. Adding this to 0, we get 0. 1 multiplied with 2, we get 2. Adding this to negative 2, we get 0. This is what we need. 1 half multiplied with 2, we get 1. Adding this to negative 1, we get 0. And 1 half multiplied with 2, we get 1. And adding this to negative 1, we get 0. So this also becomes our leading element for the row 2, right? Okay, so this is your required row echelon form matrix. And now writing the bases from this matrix. So the bases are 1, 0, negative 3 by 2 and 9 by 2. And from the second row we are getting 0, 1, 1 half and 1 half. These bases can be further written as 2, 0, negative 3, 9 and 0, 2, 1, 1 as the basis for W. Thank you.